Should you place a napkin on your lap whilst eating a meal? If questions like this have crossed your mind, then you're in good company. Today we'll be taking a closer look at some of the daily habits and social conventions that make up the monotony of life. Let's always plug in a laptop even though it's meant to be portable and run on a battery. Grab your knitting needles and a blanket because it's time for three old friends to sit around and sew a new patch into their quilt of friendship. So join me, Dion, under the covers with Christian.
Welcome to Patchwork.
And Josh.
Welcome to Patchwork.
Now, before we get started, Dion, I always really enjoy your introductions. You come up with them before the show when you surprise Josh and I. But last patch 77, I felt as though, Josh, you and I just happened to agree and never raised that there was maybe a potential issue with Dion's introduction.
What?
Here it is for those who are playing at home.
No idea what we're talking about?
No.
Great. Today we'll be taking a closer look at some of the daily habits and social conventions that make up the monotony of life. Let's make your bed and now wear it. Grab your knitting needles and a blanket because it's time for...
So,
I don't even remember that.
Dion said, let's make your bed and now wear it.
Yeah.
So we both laughed. I remember
It's
looking
absurd,
at you
right?
and laughing and going, I guess Dion's being obtuse.
But you guys are used to me saying things and just having to laugh, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not funny. But I said, let's make your bed and now wear it. And what I did was I confused a saying. And the saying is, you've made your bed, now lie in it, or you've made your bed, now sleep in it.
Yeah.
But I said, you've made your bed, now wear it. Why would you wear a bed?
That's absurd.
Yeah, but issue I have, you both laughed. And I'm really wondering, is there other stuff I'm saying? Look, just be completely frank with me. Is there other stuff I'm saying that you don't find particularly funny? Because it's a comedy podcast, you're kind of go, really good.
Could you imagine if we did an entire show where we only laughed at what we thought was funny?
And then...
Be quiet, show.
I mean, that's not that funny. Is it?
I guess you're right.
I think this is, it's patch 78. I think this is time to pull each other up on things that aren't funny. Let's call it out. And what's more, let's call it out with listeners.
Great.
And let's do it. Let's start with social media and let's start with Really Good Friday. If there's a shit one, let's go. Get rid of them. Get rid of them because some of them are too long and some of them are not in the cadence that we want.
Imagine if you were a listener and you wrote you're really good and came back to check if there are any likes and it had been deleted.
You'd be banned from the page.
In accordance with the theme of revisiting patch 77, a lot of our Patreons would have heard that we did a bonus patch about stains because we spoke about stains in patch 77.
What is this show?
I know, it's unbelievable.
we
Presumably, it's not the first time we've talked about stains either, is it?
talk about spills. The patch
Spills,
before.
sorry, my bad, sorry.
But in the bonus patch, we learned something that we just couldn't let escape the main show.
Something about Dion.
Again.
For those of you listening, here's a snippet of that bonus patch.
Christian might not know that people tuck it in a little bit. Did you know that,
What?
Christian?
What?
People tuck in a napkin into their pants.
Wait, do their waistband?
Yes, they do.
No, it's not. Tuck it in your collar, tuck it in your waist.
Hang on. There are two main parts, two main things to use a napkin.
So, Dion, this is you confused about how to use a napkin on your lap. Maybe not confused.
No.
You tuck the napkin into your lap.
No. This is me being very clear about how I use napkins and what's been modeled to me as a kid. Let's just hang on 1 second. Let's just
The Dion's dad model.
Yes,
Dion's
exactly.
dad model.
But this is what I modeled my behavior off as a kid. So let's just delineate. Is this a material napkin or is it a paper napkin? Because that changes the game for me.
Let's go full material, like fabric.
Yeah, because I want to
washable.
I want to put it out there. You're never putting a paper napkin on your lap, right?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, great!
Hang on. So you're at a McDonald's, let's say, and the paper napkin's going on your lap.
I'll tell you the time it always goes on my lap. If
Go on.
I'm eating in my car and I'm
Yes.
just parked in the car park,
Yes.
having a quick burger, I'm like, I don't want to get this everywhere. I'm just going to lay out. And one lay, it's rubbish, but it'll do enough to catch a bit of lettuce.
But those McDonald's
Some lettuce trying to make a break for the door.
those McDonald napkins, is that the only one ply thing in this?
Half ply.
It's
Half-ply.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
You put it on your lap, you drop a thing on, and you're fucked anyway.
And it goes through.
It goes straight there. I feel like it penetrates more than if it wasn't there. But Josh, in that situation, you're putting a napkin down, let's say in the car, putting a
Yes.
paper napkin down.
Yes.
Is it got a little tuck?
No tuck. The tuck is insane, mate.
Hang on. Christian, I thought you said before, I thought you were on my side just
No
for a split
way.
second.
No
So no tuck.
way.
Dude, I was so disappointed.
Hang on. What were you saying?
So the whole point was we were talking about it, and Christian was going on about it falling off his lap. Although it falls off my lap.
Yeah, just to reiterate for those who aren't patrons, www.patreon.com/welcome to Patchwork. Napkins, at a nice restaurant, when they fold it out and they put it gently on your lap,
Yeah.
10 minutes later,
No.
it'll be on the floor. What? There must be a natural slope to my lap. I don't get it.
Hang on. So in that situation of a really quality material napkin that's put on your lap, I'm not tucking that in.
Oh.
But you're saying that the problem is that it slips off. Tuck it in.
I know. No, that's why I was so fascinated by that, because
No, you weren't. You were not fascinated. You couldn't believe that I did it. Don't turn this into fascination.
I can't believe it either.
And seriously,
Listen to me.
don't tuck it in. Use a fascinator then.
Listen to me. I was at first I was mortified that you did it, but then I reflected, and it's a great idea. And do you know what? It is, Josh. It's a great idea because you tuck it into your collar
Yes.
when you want to wear it as a bib.
Because literally your chest is vertical.
But if
Gravity will drop it.
But if you look at this, right? Tablecloths are really long at those restaurants, and with the wind of inside of a restaurant and the breeze of a tablecloth,
Those waiters move very quickly past you, don't they?
the napkin is always on the
So
floor.
which way is it falling off? Left, right, or straight down the guts?
I kind of feel like it's always down the guts.
Are you spreading your legs that's going down, or it's going forward under the table?
I
So you're
don't
just spreading
know.
legs too wide.
I need little paperweights for my lap.
No, you need a elastic band around your waist, and
Right.
you've got one every time you eat. Every time you eat.
What if you could attach it to your belt? You can tuck it in.
You can tuck it in.
You can tuck it in.
Don't you find it weird that you're tucking in a napkin near your pubic hair?
Oh,
Don't you find that weird?
What the hell is wrong with you? You're not tucking it into your underpants.
That is interesting because then
No, it's not. The pubic hair is not a factor in this conversation.
No, but your groin is
Yes.
because ultimately then the waiter has to clean the plates,
Yes,
and there's
exactly.
a couple of pubes on the but not just that. It's ultimately doing it's the top of your underwear.
Yes.
So serviette tucked in is
on.
pretty much lingerie.
So sorry. Let's. What is the point of that serviette? It's to clean up mess, right? It's expected to get dirty.
Clean up mess, to catch mess.
It is to catch mess.
Christian, be very, very
So
specific.
you're saying that it is appropriate for some mess and not others?
What?
No pubic hair, yes to grease.
Not just
very different.
Not just pubic hair. It's the whole region, right? Anything that's going in there, that's very personal space. I don't think a napkin should be getting anywhere near
No,
there.
you're not asking the waiter to tuck it
I
in when
know
they're
you're
putting it
not.
over your lap.
I know.
Sorry, do you mind just...
I still don't understand, Christian. If this garment, this restaurant garment, this hospitality garment is falling off your lap, then it's. Do you even need one? Do you ever spill stuff on your?
No. That's why I'm always so fascinated by why they go for your lap as opposed to putting it around your neck. Surely you're more likely to spill things on your top rather than your lap.
So wait, Christian, when you're not fine dining, which sounds like you do a lot, when you're not fine dining, you've just got a paper napkin you want to put on your
I don't
your lap.
put paper napkins on my lap.
Do you ever tuck it into your collar?
I would if the world accepted it. Do you know what?
Would you?
The world does not accept any tucking. I love tucking, but when I leave the house,
Yeah.
I feel really judged to tuck.
So what do you like tucking?
I love tucking a t-shirt into anything.
I mean, if you tuck a t-shirt into jeans, it's such a surefire way to get bashed up, don't you reckon?
Oh, no, you only do it under a jumper. It's fine under a jumper.
No, I want
great.
to leave the house with a tucked t-shirt into my jeans and some sneakers on.
Yeah, it's a weird look.
It's super comfy.
It's a Jerry Seinfeld look.
It's a Steve Jobs, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not as talented as either of them.
Are you saying it comes with talent.
Yeah, they both tucked in napkins at restaurants.
Just to get back to the main point, Dion, so you're tucking into your waistband a paper napkin. Is that where we're at? But a normal fabric one you are not.
Yeah, because the napkin will fly away. The paper napkin will fly away
In the windy restaurants.
in the windy restaurants. What about you, Josh? Are you doing that?
Never tucking.
But what do you do with a paper
It
napkin,
sits
though?
there and gravity leaves
No,
it on my lap.
What about if you're outside?
Don't understand where you're all eating that you have a paper napkin, but you're outside and it's on your lap.
Yeah.
What is this restaurant?
So I realized that I absolutely love being outside at a restaurant, eating outside. I love it. It's a passion of mine. And any opportunity to eat outside, I'll do it. 100%. And any opportunity to tuck in, I'll do it.
Long-term listeners of the show would remember we used to do some different ads for different brands. We're not doing ads anymore, but we actually did really enjoy doing the ads. So we're going to make up our own brands with their own taglines and do some ad reads. So I've made up the company for this week. The ad read is for Coatsworth Specialty Shoes.
Ooh, get into it, Coatsworth.
Very good quality, aren't they?
They are. And I've just sent you guys the tagline, and we'll do a bit of a round table ad read, and we'll come together and work out who's got the best version of the tagline. So, Christian, do you want to kick us off with the tagline for Coatsworth Specialty Shoes?
Coatsworth Specialty Shoes. Okay. Your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
Whoa! What happened
my
then?
voice broke.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But is it a kid's shoe store?
Well, hey, it's a cold ad
it's
read.
a young teen ad
could be-
store.
I mean, I don't know if Coatsworth is a kid's shoe, Christian.
Yeah,
I would have
it's a premium brand, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I guess.
You want to give it a go, Dion?
Yep. Your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
Okay, you focus on the every there. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, very similar to
Okay.
my last one, I reckon, a couple of patches ago.
Almost identical.
Yeah, it's the same parent company.
All right, I'll give it a go. Your one-stop shop. Nope.
Oh,
No.
I'm terribly sorry. That's your audition. Now get the fuck out.
Okay. I guess it's my turn.
Oh, come on.
Your one-stop shop for every kind of foot. I don't mind that.
I didn't like it. I think I was leaning towards Dion. Dion?
Yeah. It's your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
Oh, too cash. Too cash.
Okay, let's see if Josh can get through the whole sentence this time.
Your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
Seems like
didn't
you're
like the laugh.
It seems like you're patronising the people.
I like it.
Nah,
no,
rubbish.
it's better than yours. You did.
Your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
That was nicer. I did enjoy that a
but
little
it
bit
wasn't
more.
that interesting. Josh tried to do something interesting with it. He did something interesting with the role.
Okay, can you give it one more time?
Okay, here we go. Your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
Ooh, very nice. That was nice, Josh.
It was
mate.
good.
I have been thinking about it. I've been ruminating on this one. I'm going to have a final attempt. Your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
Yeah, very gentle.
Very calm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd buy shoes from you.
Yeah.
He sounds like a Coatsworth man.
Yeah, I
he's
was
a
thinking
lifer.
of feet.
Well, Christian, you get to read the full ad.
Oh, yes. At Coatsworth Specialty Shoes, we know that all fingerprints are unique, and we believe the same when it comes to feet. We also believe in good old-fashioned customer service. That's why you won't find any robots in our stores, just fleshy humans, like Debbie and John. Vegan and don't want leather? You can trust us for all your podiatry requirements. So whether you've got 2 left feet, 2 right feet, or just 1 foot and a peg leg, you'll find what you need at Coatsworth Specialty Shoes. Coatsworth Specialty Shoes, your one-stop shop for every kind of foot.
Well done. Sometimes on the weekends, I will think, what do I want to do this weekend? I don't have anything planned. And my first point of reference is to think, is there a market I can go to? Because I like...
First?
Yep, I love a market.
First.
Love a market. If
Your
there's-
first thought for a weekend is what market can I go
it's
to?
like, is there like a brick and brack market? Is there a flea market? Is there a food market? Is there a supermarket? But that's something that I will think because I like the idea of going to a market until I get to the market and I don't enjoy it at all. And I usually get bored within about a minute. So if I go to like a local market of crafts and stuff, I have a look around and go, why am I here?
So what have you romanticized about the market? When you're thinking about your weekend, you go market because I'll do this.
Yeah, I think it's that probably that one place at every market that saves the market for you. So there's this one. So I go to Coburg Market, and there's this pasta place. There's this lady that sells pasta out of the back of a van, and it's really, really
It's all
good.
stolen.
And she sells out of the back of a van.
Black market pasta. It's all squid ink.
And it's delicious. It's such good pasta. But what I want to do is just get in and get out.
Are you interested in a browse, or are you going because you're like, oh, I'll go to that market because I'm going to get some great stuff?
I don't.
Browsing the pasta.
I don't.
Having a flick through the fettuccine.
Does this come in a smaller size? I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm there. I think maybe because my partner likes markets, but if I approach her about this, we could come to the conclusion that we both don't like it. But it's also that thing of finding a bargain. Like if you can find, like if it's like a flea market or something like that, you can sometimes just pick up that vase that you've wanted, or just that little table, or that little bowl of fettuccine.
I kind of get what you mean, because with markets, there is like
Antique fettuccine.
there is something with markets that's like, it feels like a bit of a cultural experience, right?
Yes.
You're going and seeing these stalls and there's kind of stuff happening, and there's a lot of hustle and bustle, a lot of people around. It feels like a good activity. And I agree with you, Dean. It does feel like a weekend activity.
So do you go to flea markets?
Nah, never.
Never? Don't like it?
Nah.
What about those shops, Christian? What about those like antique shops or those secondhand shops we walk in and walk around?
I really love it for a browse.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd ever buy anything there because
Really?
it always feels like I'm just accumulating.
I guess, but then it's that alternative where you're kind of like, oh, there's a lovely knife. It's a lovely knife that looks really sort of blunt.
That's what I mean, right? Like I really
Doesn't even cut through this fettuccine.
like secondhand clothes. I can appreciate that, but when it's like a flea market and it's like a vase or something. Actually, you know what? Yeah,
A vase is a great example. I might have put you off then. Yeah.
No. It is a great example because I can imagine buying a really nice vase.
We should do that on the weekend. Yeah.
But what about when you're overseas? Doesn't it change? I'm
It
all
does.
about the market when I'm
yes.
overseas, and I'll buy whatever
Yeah.
crap is in there.
Yeah.
So that's a memory from the location.
And even at food markets, isn't it great to hear someone ethnic yelling at a market?
Jeez, they
get off the table,
Isn't
Theo.
Isn't it great? Like, there's nothing is better, nothing that makes you feel like you're from a multicultural society than someone yelling at you saying strawberries are $2 a punnet.
But it's not nice when you're next to them.
Yeah, but then don't work there,
It's
Christian.
too loud. It's too loud.
Yeah, it is very loud. But they love it as well. And I wonder, do they yell at the market for the show, or do they actually think it's an effective
It
way
is
of attracting?
I think it's a bit
it?
of both, right?
Absolutely.
Why do you think it's effective?
If they say a bunch of bananas, $1 a kilo, bunch of bananas,
Yep.
you go, fuck yeah, bunch of bananas, $1 a kilo.
No, not at all. I think, oh, what's wrong with these bananas? Then you get up close to them and like, oh, geez, they're just trying to get rid of them.
You're at a market, mate.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to get... We don't think they're trying to get rid of stuff at markets.
But yes, that's the whole point, right? Is that at that point when they're screaming at you, they're so desperate to get that, then you can go in with a bargaining mindset.
yeah, that's so true. Do you ever bargain at a market? And what sort of market would you... You wouldn't bargain at a food market, would you?
Oh, great question. Yes. Do you know?
No,
Yes. Do you know what? Do you
End
know?
of day,
I
though,
learnt
right?
this. I learnt this from Nonni, right? Not my Nonni. Generic Nonni.
Oh, I was wondering.
Not I.
Not I.
I nonni. So funny when you write it down.
They always will approach the vendor and have less than what it costs. So if they say, "Oh, it's $4.15," they'll say, "I've only got $3.50. Will you take $3.50?"
Only works with cash though, doesn't it?
Yes.
Only
Yeah.
works with cash. You can't go, oh, I've only got $3 and they go, can I tap?
Because you can't go up and go, I've only got $3.50 on this card.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless you had like a Visa one of those
Great.
Visa cards, you go, I've only got $3 left
or
on this.
constantly moving money from stall to stall between your accounts.
But do you bargain?
Not at a food market, but at a flea market I will, 100%.
Surely when you're overseas, right? That's peak bargaining.
Overseas is really, really fun. My mum has this amazing story of my dad. When they were in Italy about 40 years ago, my dad, they were getting hassled heaps with guys selling leather jackets and just hounding them all the time. So actually, when they were sort of almost on the way to the airport, they kind of had to pick up their bags from the hotel, go to the airport. My dad got stopped by this guy wanting to sell him the leather jacket. My dad was like, okay, let's see how much we can get this down to. So the guy started at $250. Then my dad said, no. $5. $5. You can have this five. And the guy was like, come on. You could probably do a better impression of that. Come on, not $5.
I'll do a better impression.
Okay, perfect.
$5.
And anyway, so and he said, no. Let's do like 100. If that's it, no. $8. That's
Great.
it. $8. I'm fixed at $8. Anyway, my dad got him down to $10, and then my dad finally took the jacket, had a look at it, and went, "Nah, I don't really want it anymore. It's fine." And apparently the guy just started chasing him.
Chasing
chased him, and they jumped in a cab and went to the hotel.
What?
Yeah, so that's one way to bargain. One way to bargain is that. But for instance, Christian, a vase at a flea market, $40.
How many vases are you guys buying? Why is the go-to item a vase?
Flea markets.
I've never bought a vase in my life.
You got to start buying. You haven't been to many flea markets.
But Christian, let's say you pick up a vase at a market, $40. Here we go. My stall.
Yep.
You want this vase? How much are you
I do.
offering me?
Okay, fine. How much for the vase?
It's $40.
Okay, don't worry.
Oh, no. What's the problem here?
Is it $40? I can just go down the.
Oh.
So key number one. Sorry, laugh in their face at their product. Number two,
that piece of shit.
yeah. Number two, remove scarcity.
Yep.
So I'll get that at one of your competitors.
Oh, this is good.
I'm not fixed on this product.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's that vase. I'm just looking for a vase.
Okay, so I would say, okay, well, what did you have in mind?
$5.
Definitely not $5.
Well, five.
And if you run away, I'm not going to chase you.
Take your it.
$5. No, let's do $30. You happy with that?
I've got
30. That's $10
to
off.
spend on a
Quarter
vase
off.
today. I've got $5 to spend on a vase today.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Good luck.
Okay, no problem. See ya.
Oh, hang on. Come back. $5 cash.
This is when I ask a friend, "Do you have $5? I'll give you 10. That's the most I'll go."
Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good. I'm not selling it on this occasion, but well done.
Thank you.
I see. That's what I do. I will separate the money out of my wallet into my pocket loose.
Yes.
So you work out kind of how much you want to spend on the thing, and you just have that loose in your pocket, so you can just whip it out at a moment's notice to be like, "This is all I got."
Yeah,
I just showed you.
Just make sure you don't have a napkin tucked in there because you'll take that out as well.
Go everywhere.
But you don't want to screw them over as well because if it's at a flea market, they're getting rid of their old stuff. Then that's okay. But if it's
you're not screwing them over. It's their choice to take the sale or not.
No, but that's the same thing people say with like Uber and getting like your restaurant on Uber Eats. It's kind of like if you have to be in the game, i.e. you have to be at the market to sell your stuff, and you just got to be there.
But if it's not worth that little, they're not going to sell it.
Unless they're desperate.
Yeah, probably are. And I'll take advantage of that. I'm ruthless. But that's what happens overseas. The currency conversion does my head in, and I kind of go in knowing what it's going to be. And what ends up happening is you're in a poorer country, and I'm going hard over what's literally 50 cents.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, it's 50 Australian cents. And when I get away from it, I was like, not worth it, mate.
Yep.
Just give them that.
On a side note, mid-patch really good. It's really good when when your home currency is a multiple of the overseas currency.
Really
good.
I can't remember what it was, but one
Thank
place
you for
was-
listening to Pelka the Badger.
It was just drop a zero. I was like, God, it's so easy. Just drop a zero.
Yeah, how good's dropping a zero?
Oh, I love dropping a zero. So in foreign countries, you've got to pay for it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Shouldn't have to.
Are there any locations that you'll haggle here at home?
Oh, I mean, it'd be so. Imagine if you could go to a supermarket and haggle at the supermarket over every item. Imagine the lines. Imagine how long the lines would be. You
Yeah.
negotiate the price of everything.
Imagine how many nonni would actually go shop for themselves if they could haggle the price down.
Do you reckon they would?
It'd be full of nonni at all times of the day.
But here, I'm not. There's
Nothing retail.
There's a price match though. How often are you going a price
Oh,
match?
yeah. If I can get a price match, I'll go for that. I'll fight for that.
I don't have the courage to price match.
Why? What is it about? What is it about that?
I think it's a case of if I really wanted that price, I'd go to that store.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm the same, but there's times when the other store is closer to you. So you're like, I'm not going to drive the extra 20 minutes to go to the Kmart wherever. I'm going to go to the Big W here and go, hey, Kmart's selling it for this. You know what they do that's dodgy though? Price matching. If it's the same make and model, what they do, like Harvey Norman, some of their product model numbers are unique to Harvey Norman.
Shocking.
So it'll be like 17 ABZ to HN. And that's a unique model that only gets sold at Harvey Norman, despite it's the exact same product. And they go, it's a different product.
Bone to pick with Josh.
I got a bone to pick.
What's the last letter of the alphabet?
Z.
You said Z.
Yeah, I was running it through as part of a product code.
Bone to pick retracted.
It's been long, but I got...
But I think the thing I will haggle with here, never at a retail, I'll go the price match. I won't haggle. Otherwise, it's got to be Facebook Marketplace or a private sale. Happy to haggle on that. But no retail, I'm not haggling there.
Yeah.
JB Hi-Fi, right? They want
they
you to
do.
haggle. They got room to move.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's a big factor. The higher the price of it, if you're in the thousands for
Yes.
an item,
Great.
you can haggle.
Great. Because you
Ooh,
can't. Because you
yes.
think that there's more margin, right?
Well, there is.
Yes, there's-
Yeah.
there is absolutely
So you look
margin.
at your TVs, your fridges, you've got to haggle that down.
What's
Yeah.
the threshold? $500?
I think it's got to be over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
when
over
it's
$1,000.
4 digits.
No
Yeah.
way.
And can you get them under $1,000?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's where you
Yeah,
bring
probably.
in. That's where you bring in the free delivery.
Yeah, what about the
Great
pack in?
point.
Or is there a
what?
with the pack in? So you go, with this thing as well, can you do this price?
Yeah.
I'll take 2 of your items, drop the price of it a bit.
Yes.
Do you call that a pack in?
I did just then.
What the hell?
Yeah,
what the
I'm
hell
not
is
sure
that?
what that. I didn't understand what Josh
It's
was
a pack
saying.
in. It comes packed in.
Is a Happy Meal
We
a pack
said-
in?
We said that in this episode we'd call out bad behaviour.
Oh, we
and
have
we
to.
Didn't.
We have to.
So I think just to wrap it up, Christian, what are the key aspects of the haggle?
I think laughing in their face, which is belittling the merchandise
And the merchant.
and the merchant. Then
And the
it's-
country in which it was made.
But then it's all about just sticking to your lowest possible price, which we heard your father did, Dion.
and
The willingness to walk.
yeah, or run,
or
be,
run,
or,
yeah.
be, or be chased. Christian, Josh, tell me your favorite type of ice cube.
Ooh, the ice cube. I'm very traditional. I go the regular size. So the kind of standard one you'll find in most places.
Standard mold.
I'd say it's medium.
comes in a fridge. Most
Yeah,
of the time,
the
it'll
standard
come in a fridge.
fridge size one.
That is the lamest answer
No.
I've ever heard.
No,
But here, do you want some reasons, mate? Okay. The tiny little ball ones, or very small.
No. Don't address other ice cubes.
Yeah, that's not in your
comparison
remit.
time.
Tell us what makes
opposed
the
to those.
regular tray
Okay.
your favorite ice
Okay,
cube.
because they're big enough that my favorite thing about ice cubes is hearing that cracking noise when you first put it in the drink.
Oh.
I love that noise.
Okay,
that's
question,
weird.
Josh.
Yes.
No other ice cubes do that?
They might, but this one gives me a good size crack.
Okay.
And the other thing I love about it, they're big enough that they melt a little bit to cool down your drink, but then there's heaps left to chew on at the end.
Which is a very important
I
consideration.
love both of those things.
This is
Chew factor.
bizarre. The cracking and the chew, and we've asked about ice cubes.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
The best
that you were
thing-
such an idiot.
The best thing, Josh, I didn't agree with you at first, and I'm coming to your side now.
Thanks.
Because finishing the drink, the worst part about finishing a drink is finishing the drink. But if you're able to crunch on an ice cube, which is flavored just a little
Yes.
bit with that drink,
Yes.
it's the perfect end to
And
a
they
drink.
melt down by the time you finish that drink. They've melted down enough that one of them is just a nice size for a mouthful.
Yes.
You're not trying to bite one in half. It's like,
Yes.
I'll take the whole thing and it's just the right size.
Yep, very
And
true.
that's what the medium ice cube means to me.
Sure.
Christian, what are your coming on the back of that sort of bombshell, that dull bombshell that Josh dropped on us? What's your favorite ice cube?
My favorite ice cube is the enormous square block that they put in cocktails.
Oh, you
I don't
took
like-
mine.
Rubbish. They're rubbish.
No, they're incredible.
I don't like that you have to. The only time you get to see them is when you're paying $23 for a drink.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm mainly paying for the ice cube, not the drink.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
Because you get to lick it for ages.
What are you, a horse?
Hang on.
is
You're
that?
you're licking, you're crunching, and I mean, I'm just having it to cool down my
Are
liquids.
you leaving it at the end of your drink?
Absolutely.
How fun, Dion, is swirling that enormous ice cube in the drink.
They're amazing, and I went so far, Christian, as to buy the molds myself, and I've got them in my fridge.
Great.
They're too big.
Are
They're
they?
too. They don't
For
fit-
normal glasses?
For normal glasses, they're way
That's
too
why-
big.
That's why you need regular. That's why you need
what
your regular
about
size.
you guys like the big squares? What about the big spheres?
Yeah, but that's sort of not. You can't. I don't know if that can be your favorite cube, though, can it?
Because I was going to raise the teardrops.
Great.
Teardrops? You
Yeah,
know,
the tiny little boys.
tiny little ones.
No.
I can't understand them at all. I think
They just disappear like that.
They're only good for a snack, right?
Yeah, just pop in.
Yeah.
Why are
Like
you
Like a
popcorn.
Tic Tac, yeah.
Why are you eating ice?
Because it's a nice mouth feel. You got a bit of crunch and refreshment.
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon there's people listening to that'll be sending shivers down their nerves.
Probably, yeah.
Shivers down their nerves.
Yeah.
What about the other one that I really don't like?
You can't get any saying right.
The one that I really hate, though, is the random shaped ones that come out of fridge generated ones.
Oh, God.
The fridge door, you put the thing in and just who knows what shape's coming out.
Yeah.
Wait. You're saying crushed ice?
Yeah, whatever it is. It's just a bit of everything.
Oh, I don't mind crushed ice.
Nah, you want a nice solid shape you can latch onto.
Yeah, but crushed ice, because then when you've got the big chunk of it at the bottom, you can take like a little gnaw out of it and get little pieces.
The best thing
it's like a
about
hock.
the best thing about big ice is that it melts. It melts slower. That's why.
Does it?
Yeah, it does, because the surface area.
Science.
Yeah.
Stick clear.
Yeah.
Tread with caution.
I mean, that's what's happening in Antarctica, isn't it? That's why global warming isn't a thing.
The biggest ice cube.
The polar bear's just having a gnaw on it. It's delicious.
That's great. I can just imagine a microphone to the polar bear's mouth going, "What's your favourite ice cube?"
That's what we're walking on,
Standing
mate.
on
I love it. Melts very slow. Surface area. You heard Dion.
Doesn't fit in any of these glasses, though.
You go to the thrift store and buy an Antarctic size ice tray.
Really, really good. You know what's really, really good? Really, really good. You know what's really, really good?
We love hearing your really goods. We have a really good Friday every couple of weeks. Jump on our social media, contribute, and you could have your really good read out live.
Or deleted.
Or do you know what Anise Artwork thinks is really good? Getting a pay rise without having to ask for one.
Oh, really good.
Really good.
Really good.
Do you know what TMNT thinks is really good? When your last wipe coincides with the last bit of paper on the toilet roll.
Really good.
Really good.
Really good.
And you know what Maya Chinick thinks is really good? When the butter you put on your knife is the perfect amount to cover your piece of toast.
Really good. Really good. Really good. Really good. You know what's
Thank you so much for listening to Welcome to Patchwork. This has been very fun.
You're going with that?
Why not? Why not mix it up a bit? We've just got the same company at the start. Want to mix up the ends so people don't think I'm dull. So we've sold out our 2 comedy festival shows. 100 seats on each night just to gloat. But yeah, it's going to be super fun. We're actually going to be selling Welcome to Patchwork mugs there. It'll be tap to purchase. No loose change floating around your pockets.
And no haggling on the mug price.
And definitely no haggling at all.
We'll chase you down the street.
Really, really looking forward to seeing those of you who have bought tickets. It's going to be so much fun. And also just a reminder that Comedy Fest is well underway, and Comedy Republic, the venue that we are performing at, has a bunch of really, really great acts. So if you just Google Comedy Republic, check it out. There's a whole bunch of shows at the festival that are awesome. So make sure you get out there. It's a really lovely opportunity to get back into the world and laugh.
And thank you so much to all of the patrons who joined during the week. We appreciate your support so much. Head to welcometopatchwork.com.au. You can find all of the links there. And if you'd like to support us in a different way, jump into the podcast app if you're on an Apple device and give us a rating. Let me just read one of the most recent ones that we've got. I genuinely have had to stop studying multiple times due to the onset spurts of laughter. If I could airdrop this podcast to the world, I would. I feel like I have 3 mates in the kitchen beside me, bickering constantly over mundane social conventions in the best way possible.
And obviously that's something we endorse. If you want to stop studying, listen to Welcome to Patchwork, go for it.
Studying in the kitchen, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I'm sure we've discussed that.
So we'll discuss your rating every single week.
And as we do every week, we sew a new patch into our quilt of friendship. Josh, what patch did you sew into our quilt this week?
Thank you, Dion. My patch this week was your dad having lengthy negotiations over the price of an ice cube, and by the time they're finished, the ice has melted. Christian, what patch did you sew this week?
Thank you, Josh. This week I sewed into my patch Dion's partner receiving a sexy text message. Can't wait till you come home. I'm only wearing a napkin. And Dion, what did you sew into your patch this week?
Oh, God.
My patch this week is myself, Christian, and Josh selling ice cubes at the local market, dressed as Snap, Crackle, Chew, Crunch, and Lick. Thank you for listening to Welcome to Patchwork for another week. I've been Dion.
I've been Josh.
And I've been Christian.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Fuck yeah, bunch of bananas $1 kilo.